They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's talk for a second here about USF. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Bulls. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
It's just so nice to have a signal guy who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. You don't see this very often. An early onside kick when you have the lead. They'll immediately call timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking for a man, it's Bowman. Here comes the Heat. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it on the move. He's stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a 1st and goal.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy, because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down.
414 satellite. 414 satellite.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, South Florida.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Florida.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Just a short pass to the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The give out of the gun. A stopping cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quick release on the RPO. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Cardinals are on the move. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Cardinals come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Boley. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver at his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the... He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the lead.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Scanning the field, it's Boley. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa.
And the Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in this second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Keep it on the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Bulls with the 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The quick out. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Bulls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over.
It's a seam wide open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Looking to throw, it's Barry. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The option look. Now the pitch. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. They'll start this drive with a pass. A strike downfield. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Back to pass, it's Boley. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll throw on third down. Lets it fly on the move. He's got it. Gets away from one, finds room. All by himself down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Louisville!
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Got it in the middle. It's Boyd. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Barry. Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Bulls look to keep this drive humming. Just keep slinging it. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
With the catch, it's Flowers. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulls.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Looking for a man. It's Boley. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. Off and running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice. He's loose. Oh, a lot of space. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, USF! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hunter. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this.
Turning on the Jets. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. He's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Wants to throw again. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. 1 possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10 you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Back to throw, it's Barry. Good timing on the quick out. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. The clock keeps going tick, 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 tick as the offense takes a knee inside. A minute to go in this one. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.